What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video I am actually building university housing, student housing on the Foxbury campus in Brightchester, which I thought was a lot of fun because it has definitely been a while since I have built any student housing. So I thought, why not give it a try again? And I was having a lot of fun with this one because I was making this one as modern as possible. So it's definitely modern student housing. It looks a little bit on the, contemporary side of things. And yeah, mixed with like, when you look at the shape of the house, it also kind of looks like mid-century modern in a way. But yeah, I wanted this house to be very modern, and it was like built by the Foxbury campus for their students. And this house has room for 6 students in total. It has 2 single bedrooms downstairs and 2 shared bedrooms upstairs. So that's a total of 6 students. Oh my goodness, my cat is going crazy. I knew that this was going to be difficult to record a voiceover today, because my cat, she has been going crazy for the past few days. Like she has been playing nonstop, and she also doesn't want to leave my side anymore. So whenever I sit at my desk, she will jump on my desk and walk behind like my monitor and my lights and stuff. And she'll knock things over. She doesn't care because she wants my attention, which I am completely fine with. I would sit here and play with my cat and give her attention all day long, but I have to get stuff done as well. So I knew from the beginning that this voiceover was going to be a little bit of a struggle because she has been playing all morning, but I have to get this done. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give it a try. I'm just gonna give it a go and see how far I can get. But now she is chewing on my cords, so this is just going great. I have no clue if she's ever gonna wind down again. I don't know what's up with her, but she is only 6 months old, so obviously she's very playful and very like energetic and things. And we've only had her for 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, 3 weeks by now. She hasn't been here that long, so she's still kind of, I don't know, I feel like she's still kind of developing her personality. She's still kind of getting more and more comfortable every day in our house. And for the past couple days, I have really noticed that she is, I don't know, more comfortable, and also she doesn't want to leave my side anymore. So wherever I go, she goes. I can barely even go to the bathroom because she'll follow me inside. It's like, it's so funny. My cat, she's just kind of going crazy. But I feel like now, hi, she's looking at me. She's sitting on my boyfriend's chair, and she's kind of looking at me like, what are you doing? Are you gonna give me attention? Are we gonna play? But I have been playing with her all morning nonstop with like a laser pointer, and now she's walking behind my desk again. So here she is again. Hi there. I love you. You're cute, but I have to do a voiceover. I have to get it done. She's so cute though. I can't handle. I think she's also pretty tired as well, because for the past few days, like I said, she's been playing and running nonstop. I can't wait for her to be able to go outside. Like I said, she's only 6 months old. She's only been here 3 weeks, so we need to get her vaccinations and things, which we're working on that. We are halfway there, so she needs to get one more like round of vaccinations, if that makes sense. And then after that we can get her neutered. Is that how you say it? You probably know what I mean, because I don't want her to get little baby cats, because I do want her to be able to just go outside whenever she wants. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then after that, like, she needs a week of recovery probably, or maybe longer. We'll see how that goes. And then after that, she will finally be able to go outside. And I can't wait for her to go outside because I think she'll really, really enjoy it. And by the time she is able to go outside, the snow will probably be gone. It will probably be a little bit warmer outside as well. So yeah, we're just really looking forward to that. But yeah, that's that about my cat. I don't know where she is right now. I feel like she is just kind of given up on me and she's trying to find something to do by herself, which is good for her as well. But yeah, let's go back to the build. You can definitely see the outside of the build has kind of come together already. I created this basketball court on a sunken down platform, if that makes sense. So it's that sunken basketball court, and I think that's really cool. That's like the main feature of the build that I really, really enjoy. It's so like fun, and it would be so nice to have that big like hangout spot basketball court next to your house when you're a student. I think that that would be a lot of fun. So I just aligned it with some base game fences, like brick fences or walls, however you want to call that. And it's all functional. I play tested it, so your Sims can play basketball or just hang out there, whatever you want them to do. And yeah, I was just working on the landscaping a little bit. And for the exterior of the house, I used a lot of eco lifestyle on the inside of the house as well when it comes to like wallpapers and flooring and things, because I didn't want this house to be kind of eco-friendly. It's not in the game, it's not crazy eco-friendly, I don't think, because I didn't really use any solar panels or anything, which now that I'm thinking about it, I could have put a couple of like solar panels on the roof. So if you want to go ahead and do that, feel free to do so if you want to use this build. But yeah, I kind of wanted to use eco-friendly materials for the outside of the house, because I was kind of thinking that this house, it's built on the Foxbury campus, and I figured that it could be like a student project, if that makes any sense. Like maybe interior design students worked on the color scheme on the inside and the furniture style on the inside of the house. And maybe other students that had like a project on, say, sustainability, they worked on the materials for the outside of the house. I don't know, maybe that could be a thing. And maybe like architecture students kind of designed the house as a whole. I don't know, I think that that would be fun. Like the whole idea behind the house, that it was like a student project or partly a student project. I think that that could be a lot of fun. And for some reason, it just made sense to me for this house. I don't know why, but I thought that that would be really cool because I kind of needed to think of a reason why this house was there, because it's a pretty nice and luxurious house for students. I definitely didn't have a place like this to live when I was in college. So I kind of needed to think of a reason. It was probably like fabricated for pretty cheap because there were a lot of students working on it, and that's kind of how the campus could afford it. I don't really know, but maybe that could be a thing, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm really bad at explaining my idea behind this, but I hope that you know what I mean. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed working on this house because every now and then it's just really nice to do something different after I've built like a lot of family homes or tiny homes or apartments, but mainly for families. It's fun to do something else for a change. So building something for students, I don't know, I always really enjoyed it. Ever since the Sims 2 University, is it called The Sims 2 University? I don't know, I think so. But ever since we got that pack in The Sims 2, I have been loving building student housing, which probably also has something to do with the fact that it's very Americanized university. Like, I am from the Netherlands and we don't really have campuses like this, like you see them in The Sims or like you see them in America. Like we don't have university campuses like that. We have schools, we have universities, of course, but not really campuses where you can also live. It's just the school is right there and you figure out your own housing situation type thing. That's kind of how it works. So campuses like this are very American to me and very like something from a movie, something not realistic, if that makes sense, which to some of you guys might sound funny, but that's just how it feels to me. So working on student housing in The Sims is just something, I don't know, it's like, well, like I said, it's like something from a movie, and that makes it a lot of fun because it's not realistic to me, but it is fun to play with in The Sims. So yeah, I don't know, I hope you get what I mean, but that kind of is what just makes it so much fun to me to build and furnish these things. I think that it would be so much fun to live in a house like this with a bunch of roommates that are also in college. I don't know. I think that that'd be really fun. Like I said, I did go to college and I did live in a house where there were other students living with me. I had 2 roommates. So we were living with the 3 of us in a house, obviously a lot smaller than this one because it was just the 3 of us. But we didn't go to the same school, like we didn't go to the same university. And we weren't really friends either. I don't know. It's just kind of what it was. And I know it's not like that for everyone, also not in the Netherlands. Some people live with a whole bunch of students and they all know each other and they're all friends and they all go to the same school. Like that also happens, but not like this. Not like this in The Sims where you have this campus, where you have the commons, where you have housing. It's just different. And that's what makes it so much fun for me to do this. I did actually make this proper university housing in the game as well, so I didn't place a stove or a grill anywhere. There is this kitchen situation or like kitchenette situation, so no stove, just a fridge, a sink, and a microwave. And so yeah, you could make it into an actual residential house and have someone live here, a sim live here that goes to college, and have them like invite roommates. So if you want to play that way, you can definitely add a stove if you wanted to, but if you want this house to work as actual university housing in the game, you're not allowed to place a stove or a grill. However, I do think that there are mods for that if you wanted to use a stove in your university housing, which in my opinion, I'm kind of used to it by now that we can't do that in The Sims, but when we first got the pack and I found out that you can't place stoves in a house, it just felt weird to me because it's a regular house, like filled with students, but still a regular house. So why can't you have a stove? But for gameplay purposes, I think it makes sense so that you can go to the commons and kind of have a reason to leave your house, go to the commons, talk to people, meet people. I don't know. I think that makes sense in the game at least. So I'm okay with it now. But yeah, I just cluttered up this kitchenette with some fizz bottles from Eco Lifestyle, which I didn't know, but they actually go bad in the game. So when I went in to take screenshots, they were all like gross and green and stinky. So I deleted the bottles of fizz or the boxes of fizz. So they're not there anymore, but you'll see that once we hop on into the game and when I show you the house in real time. But yeah, like I said, this house, and like you can see, this house is actually very colorful on the inside, but at the same time quite sophisticated. Like I did want it to be student housing, so it's kind of crazy and all over the place when it comes to colors. But at the same time, I was still thinking that it was probably designed by interior design students. So they did think about it. They did know what colors they wanted to use. So it's kind of cohesive in a way as well, but at the same time, very playful and very colorful. So I did have a lot of fun with that. And I also put like a nice place to study right here. Only one computer though, because I didn't want this house to be like too easy for gameplay. If you have a sim that doesn't have a laptop and needs to use computers on campus somewhere, there is one computer in this house that you can use, and otherwise you are going to have to go to the commons and use the computers there. I think that that would be a lot of fun for gameplay as well. Because it is in this game, like with this pack, it is fun to leave your house. It is fun to leave your dorms and go to a different place to hang out for a bit. I think that makes sense. So that's also the reason why I didn't place like the cafeteria unit in this house, which for other student housing that I've built in the past, I did, I think, place that cafeteria unit so you can buy food at home if you wanted to. But for this one, I figured, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. You are going to have to leave the house to get a proper meal if you don't want something out of the microwave. So yeah, I also placed a bookcase. I did use a lot of items from the university pack, obviously, because it suits this house. It makes sense for this house. But I also used a lot of eco lifestyle. And yeah, the curtains, for example, are eco lifestyle, and I think the colors on the curtains are so nice. I used a lot of blue, yellow, and orange throughout the common areas of this house. And I don't know, I think that that looks fun. I think it's very nice. Once again, I would love to live in a place like this. I think that would be so much fun and so cozy. Also pretty noisy, because if you're living with 6 people in total, so you and 5 roommates, and those roommates are gonna have friends over or they're gonna have parties, it's gonna be very noisy. But that's the thing with student housing, like that just is kind of part of the fun, if that makes sense. Like you just saw, by the way, I also placed that very random juice bar item on the wall, like that wall decoration. I think that's from Pets, or not Pets, Cats and Dogs, Sims for Cats and Dogs. Wow. I always space out on the titles of the packs. I always say that. But yeah, that juice item is very random, and it doesn't go with anything in the house because the house is very modern. But I don't know, I figured maybe one of the roommates brought it in and they kind of needed a place to store their juice. I don't know, they're students after all, so they probably drink a lot of juice. So yeah, I just thought it'd be funny to have that random wall decoration with the fizz or the juice in it on the wall. So I just placed it there in the hallway, and I think it looks really funny. But this is one of the bedrooms downstairs. There are 2 very small single bedrooms downstairs, so it is very nice if you can get a room by yourself. However, the room is pretty small and it's also downstairs, so it's probably going to be a little bit noisy down here. However, I did separate the doors into the rooms off by a little hallway, so that's nice. Actually, that probably cancels out a lot of the noise from the rest of the house. But yeah, I kept the bedrooms pretty basic. I used the same furniture in pretty much all of the rooms because I thought it would make sense. You're probably not gonna bring all of your own furniture when you live in this house. I know that's how it works in America anyway, is when you have a dorm room, there's already a bed there, there's already a dresser, already a desk. I think, at least, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it works in the States. From what I've seen and from what I've heard, at least. So I figured all these rooms kind of have the same furniture, just in different swatches, so they kind of have their own like themes going on, if that makes sense, their own color schemes. For example, this bedroom is very much Foxbury pride. I used that Foxbury bedding and just all red and orange and yellow decorations combined with black to just tone it down a little bit. Yeah, they all do have that very IKEA-looking furniture from Discovery University, the beds, the dressers, the bookcase. The bookcase is actually base game, and it's also very expensive. I thought that that very basic-looking bookcase was one of the cheapest ones, but it's actually over 1,000 simoleons, which to me is crazy. Like, why is that simple bookcase so expensive? I don't understand. But I just decided to place it anyway. I don't actually know how much it would cost for your sim to live in this house for a semester. Probably pretty expensive, because I think the costs of student housing are kind of based on how luxurious they are or how expensive the house is as a residential home, if that makes any sense. And I didn't hold back on the budget for this house by any means. I did make it look very student-esque and very lived-in, very not too expensive. Like, it's a modern, nice house, but at the same time, the appliances and the furniture, the items are pretty cheap looking. So it's affordable, but nice, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think that this house is very expensive as a residential house because there is a lot of stuff in it. Not a lot of electronics, not a lot of appliances, but a lot of stuff. So I think that this house is actually pretty expensive. I don't know. Well, we'll see how much it actually costs when we hop into the game. But yeah, I don't think that this is very cheap student housing, which I don't really care about. Like, I don't know. I felt like creating a house like this and I succeeded and I had a lot of fun with it and I didn't really keep an eye on the money. So yeah, there is that. And by the way, I didn't talk about the bathroom situation just yet, but there are not a lot of bathrooms in this house. So for 6 roommates, it's maybe going to be a bit of a struggle. Maybe not, but there is 1 bathroom downstairs, 1 full bathroom, so 1 toilet, 1 shower, 1 sink, and it's the only downstairs bathroom and is also kind of meant for the 2 bedrooms downstairs to share. However, if you're studying downstairs or if you're eating downstairs and you have to use the bathroom, you'll use that one. And then upstairs there is 1 full bathroom, 1 bigger full bathroom, for the 4 students upstairs to share, and then 1 extra toilet, so 1 extra half bathroom. Because I figured 2 toilets for 6 people is probably going to be a little bit difficult for gameplay, especially if your students or your roommates are gonna have people over all the time, because that happens a lot in gameplay. Or at least whenever I'm playing University, my students or my roommates are always having parties. So there are always roommates, friends over for some reason. They never leave. So it's kind of crazy. So I figured I needed at least 1 extra toilet. So there are 3 toilets in this house and 2 showers for 6 students to share, which it's not a lot, but it works because the Sims don't actually shower all that often. They need to shower, of course, but I think that 2 showers for 6 roommates, it works. I think it's fine. And I also didn't want it to be too luxurious in here, so I kind of wanted it to be a bit of a struggle, the whole bathroom situation. So I think that it worked out. I think that I succeeded doing that, and yeah, you can see that this is one of the bedrooms upstairs. This one is a little bit more quote unquote girly, like it's not supposed to be for girls, but I mean just in the sense of the decorating style. So it's very pink and blue, and I also mixed some green with the whole color scheme, and I think it looks very cute. It looks very fresh and cutesy and light and colorful. So yeah, that's that bedroom. And then this is the other bedroom upstairs, which is yellow and blue. I always really love that color combination. I feel like I say that every single time I do a voiceover, but I just really enjoy yellow and blue together. So yeah, the bedrooms are pretty decorated, but if you want to play with this house or this student housing, you can definitely just delete a couple of the decorations and make it suitable for your Sim's personality and just bring in some of their items. I think that would make sense, but yeah, for the rest, they're not overly cluttered, not overly decorated, so because I did want them to be pretty basic, just the basic needs for bedrooms. There's only 1 bedroom with a desk, so the bigger bedroom upstairs, the pink and blue and green one, that one has a desk, but only 1 desk, so the rest of your Sims are gonna have to use the desk space. That's kind of scattered throughout the house. You can see I placed a couple of desks downstairs, but I also placed a desk upstairs on the landing area. And then of course there is the island counter situation where your Sims can sit and study if they want to. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the whole like interior of the house. I think I did actually record the bathrooms, I think. So the bigger bathroom upstairs is actually pretty nice. That one has a double sink because I figured it is for 4 Sims to share. So I figured this is where they will keep like their toothbrushes and stuff. So yeah, if you are brushing your teeth but someone else needs to use the sink as well, they can just come in. I figured that that would make sense to just have 2 sinks because I could fit it in here, so why not? And this is also the bathroom where they probably store like their cleaning stuff for the rest of the house. Yeah, I think that that is actually already it for the inside of the house. So there is this very, very nice outside balcony area that I just placed a nice couch and a couple of chairs. So your Sims can hang out there outside, and then the back balcony is more of a skill building area. So I placed a couple of easels because you're probably gonna have some art students living here as well, either your own Sim or one of your roommates. They're probably gonna need an easel. So I just placed some easels and a chess table up there for skill building, and also some planter boxes, cause why not? You can just work on your gardening skill if you want to. And then there are a lot of activities outside as well, as you can see. But yeah, let's just hop on right into the game and I'll show you the house. So here we have the house in the game. I think it looks very inviting, and I love the orange rusty color on the exterior of the house. I think it's just so colorful and bright. It makes sense for students in my opinion. But here you can see there are a lot of outside activities. You can just sit here and have lunch. There is another picnic table out here as well, just hang out there. And then here we have the basketball court, which I think is really fun. Like, I would love to have this next to my house. I think that's just crazy fun. And then here is a ping pong table where they can play like juice pong or just regular ping pong, and a keg stand as well, and a couple more picnic benches right here, and an outdoor trash can, of course. So when we move on into the house, we have obviously this little hallway, this little entryway with just an end table and a cork board with some like announcements and things like that. And then here we have the very bright and colorful living area, which I think is a lot of fun. I did make sure to place a TV, of course, and also a gaming console so your Sims can play some games. And the coffee table is cluttered with like school books and magazines and things like that. And then here we have the little kitchenette, which I also think is very cozy. As you can see, I did delete the boxes of fizz because they did spoil and they were very stinky and gross. Otherwise, everything that your Sim would need is right here. And then this is that random juice item that I was talking about. It makes no sense when it comes to the whole like style of this house, but I just thought it was a fun item, so I just placed it down. And then here on top of the bookcase, I placed a stereo so your Sims can listen to some music. And then right here is a little study setup desk situation with only one computer, but another desk available for your Sims to use if they need to do some homework. When you walk into this tiny little hallway right here that's closed off by a sliding door, there are 2 bedrooms downstairs. They're very small, but very cozy, very basic, but I still really like them. I think they're a lot of fun. It's nice to have these like big windows in your bedroom, so I figured that that's actually pretty nice to have as a student. And then this is the only downstairs bathroom. It's very small but functional. So when we go upstairs, we have this little desk situation. So if you want a nice quiet place to do some homework or do some studying, you can just sit here and work on that. And then right here on this side, there is the first shared bedroom, very colorful and bright, once again very basic. And then here we have the other shared bedroom, very bright and colorful once again. A lot of blue and pink and green, and definitely a bit more on the girly side. And there is a desk in here as well, so that's actually pretty nice. If you want a very quiet place to sit and study, you can use this desk if this is your bedroom, of course. Otherwise, it'd be kind of rude. And then here we have the biggest bathroom of the house with a double sink, which is really nice, a shower and a toilet. And then tucked away right here is another tiny little extra half bathroom, which is really nice. And then out here on the balcony, there are some skill building items. So a couple of easels, a couple of planter boxes, and a chess table. And then that is actually it for the house. So the house comes in at 76,891 simoleons. I did actually upload it to the gallery as a residential house by accident. So yeah, you can just place it down in your game if you want to and set the lot type to university housing, and you should be fine. I just made a little mistake there. But that's already it for this video. So you can definitely go ahead and download this build off the gallery if you want to, like I just said. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on the gallery and on Twitter and on Instagram is Simmarysims. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below if you want to. If you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just be sure to click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next build. Bye!